Hopefully we live. 747 24/7 361 degrees. Shout out to my 1221s. I love you, you love me, me is we, of course. Shout out to my 1221. Alright, we got a good mic check. Make sure we got a good mic check. Shout out to the people. 747 24/7 361 degrees. Let me set up some invites. And if you in here, state your name, put it in the chat room, of course. I'm gonna set it up real quick. Now, for the people that are just new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. It will actually notify you when I'm going live. I know I'm going live sporadically on the late night. I'm going to work on coming in either 11:31 or 10:31. I'm going to work on that. Alright? So, peace to everybody that supports the movement in general. Okay? What's up? Excuse me. So we in preparation for the 90-day water fast. It starts February 1st. February 1st through May 1st. Okay. It's definitely beneficial for your spirit, beneficial for your health. It's up to you to decide if you want to be part of it. As a tribe, affectionately, we commit ourselves to the 90-day water fast every year. Alright? So this is the 4th annual year we have done this. Shout out to you. You already know. Like I said, let me get this set up real quick. Let me do some shares, some invites, and late night discussion. So peace to the family, peace to the messiahs. 747 24/7 361 degrees. Yep. So get yourself situated while I'm doing these shares. I'm doing these invites and stuff. And then we'll figure it out. I'm definitely feeling good. I want y'all to start your week off right. I know we on a late night. If you on the West Coast, shout out. You already know I'm on West Coast time. I'm on the East Coast on West Coast time, for real. Shout out to Cali. I love y'all. Peace to everybody that supports the movement. Alrighty, alright. Give me about 1 more minute and we'll get the party started. What up? Peace to the primes. Yep. So, like I said, put something in the chat room. It doesn't let me know if you in here Unless you put something in the chat room. For all the people that want to know that want to actually participate with the conversation. So let me do this. Shout out to the brother Meta World Peace. Thank you for making a glitch, my brother. I really appreciate you. I appreciate the family. What up? We operate and navigate from the body of the Messiah. Shout out to you. You are part of this body. It's literally ecclesia in the building. Shout out. So I've been building on this book for the last couple days. You already know I'ma touch it once again. I'ma touch it. I'ma go hard. I'ma talk about different aspects of this body and what it means. You know, imagine this. I've been having a discussion for the last, 4 years? Basically 4 years about this one page. The body of the Messiah. How deep is that? Shout out to Dominic in the building. I see you. What up? Shout out to the family. Peace to all the Purple Heart soldiers. You know, you can also turn your joint this way too. If you turn your phone this way, you actually can see it in a whole different perspective. If you turn it this way, you can comment and put some stuff in there. Alright? Just for the people that are, new to the YouTube situation, because I know y'all used to me being on Facebook and we be pumping them hearts and everything like that. Shout out. So hopefully y'all feeling good. I got my tea. We winding down to the 90-day water fast. It ain't no tea popping in 90-day water fast. You can drink hot water though. Hot water is cool. You ain't drinking no tea in a 90-day water fast. But you can drink some hot water. You can get the same effect almost. So, let's get jiggy with it. Let's get jiggy with it. Peace to the primes. Peace to the primes. Peace to the messiahs. Peace to all those holding the movement down wherever you at. I love y'all. All right. All right. So, y'all feeling good. I'm feeling good. We all feeling good. Everything's popping. Everything is jolly. So, this is a new cycle, a new year. If you want to be tapped into the Gregorian calendar, you could be doing that if you want. But if you tapped into the body of the Messiah, it is what it is. All right. Every year we have a festival or a tradition that happens February 1st. Basically, it starts February 1st. But if you don't have a leap year, it ends at a different date. All right. Which is, I think, May 2nd. But this year, it ends at May 1st. Okay? So, yeah. Let's go. So, you might say, well, why should I commit myself to a 90-day water fast? I mean, for real, what type of benefit I get from that? I mean, real talk. The 90-day water fast Um, it has a spiritual benefit. It has a mental benefit. It has a physical benefit to it. All right, it depends on how you trying to apply it. So for the people that are connected with the movement, you can connect it in any way you want. All right, I will give you a list of the meals, what they will be called in reference to the codex or tribal names for the meals. And if you want to connect spiritually to this, yeah, of course. But if you just want to connect with this as a whole, you can do it. You can do it. All right. You know, the objective is to add years to your life, beauty to your skin and to your to your being. I would say also for you to save money because you're not spending a whole bunch of money doing. You just getting water. Um, Also, vitality to your life in general. Just thinking about it, tapping into the water. So I tell people this, that if you think about your vessel and think about God being like water, God is water, all right? Or the universe or the higher principle of what people gravitate towards, it's like water itself. All right, it takes the shape of your vessel. So you got to make this situation in general take the shape of your life, or take the shape of your situation. All right, so that's what that's all about. Um, but in general, it's a 90-day water fast or a 90-day water cleansing. That's what we say, water fast, because it really sparks people's minds up. Because when you think about fasting, you think about connecting spiritually with something. That's why it's really connecting and saying fast, because it's tagum, but it ain't no real word to describe it in the English language. But we'll say fast, all right, because so people will connect with that. But it's cleansing. It's a way that you connect spiritually to a higher realm. It's many fasts that you can have. You can fast from many things. It depends on what you are attached to in general, and the principle that you attach to. You just show that you're sacrificing that what you want for the greater good, all right, or for the benefit of all, or the benefit of yourself, all right, or to make a connection with that higher force, all right. So that's what that's about in general, all right. So shout out to Sister Shanita, peace to the Messiahs. Shout out to Jasper, I see you in the building, Jasper Rain. Shout out to everybody, Sister Dominique. Shout out to Brother Meta World, peace. Everybody that's in the building, state your name, put it in the chat. Can I get a share on any type of network, and we'll get this popping. All right. So also, can I get a thumbs up, please? I appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell. All right. Hit the notification bell. Now, also, I'm gonna say this with the 90-day water fast. I'm gonna give you the rules and regulations of the 90-day water fast, so we don't get it twisted here. All right, for the people that participate. Now, last year we had about 147 people participate in the 90-day water fast. 147. Now, I say about because I don't know what they was doing on the low. Now, you real talk, you'll only be lying to yourself if you just front faking the funk. Now, it's hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, because literally we want what we want. We want to do what we want to do. But at the same time, it's a time and a place for everything. And now is a time for cleansing. So that's what the 90 days is all about. It's like it's like 3 of 3. 3 of 3. 3 times 3, which is 9. But you giving birth to a new being. So I want you to think about it like that too. All right? Excuse me. Let me and then also I'm gonna say this. Like I said, I'm gonna give y'all the rules and regulations of the 90-day water fast so we don't get it twisted. All right? So again, when you start your day in a 90-day water fast, pardon me, I'm doing the shares on the network. When you start your day with the 90-day water fast, right? You start your day, um, you already know, with a prayer and stuff like that. You connect up with your higher force. I don't know what you do, but in general, you do your stretches and all that. But the first thing you connect with is with 8 or 10 ounces of water. That's the first thing that you connect with. That's what you do. All right. So upon drinking that water, okay, you get yourself ready and everything like that. Boom, 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 boom. Your first meal that you eat has to be fruit. That's the first meal that you eat in a 90-day water fast. It's fruit. Okay? So now after you eat fruit, you wait about 2 hours or whatever. Now you can go hard with your fruit. We have introduced this year you can drink a smoothie. Usually in every year we wasn't drinking smoothies. We was just chopping fruit up and doing it like that. But for the people that they say, man, a smoothie is it's like it was just a debate. It was a crazy debate with the smoothie thing in reference to the first meal. So I'm gonna say this: yes, you can drink a smoothie as your first meal, but you can't drink a smoothie for the rest of your meals. All right. Now the idea of this is letting water touch your tongue, so you'll know the difference between sweet and bitter water. All right. That's one thing I wanted to talk about too. Um, the next thing is the fact that after you eat fruit, all right, to get your day started, now you can get it popping with this fruit. I'm telling you, you can chop up, make fruit salads, make different type of fruit salads every morning. No vegetables, all fruits. All right, real talk. That's the only thing you start your day off with after water. All right, boom. So yeah, go hard with it. Go hard with it. So the next thing after that, you eat your meal after 2 hours or whatever. You eat your meal. You get yourself situated. You eat your good meals that you eat. Something that gets you sturdy full. Depends on what you trying to do, because some people be trying to bulk up, and it's benefits of drinking this water, because if you trying to bulk up, yeah, get muscle mass and stuff like that, yeah, you just eat certain things along with drinking the water, and that would change your fat into muscle mass. All right. But if you're trying to lose weight, it's other things that you can incorporate in your diet through the course of this. It depends on what you're trying to do. I'm just telling you, eat your normal meals. Depends on what you're doing. Now, we have a formula for those that are trying to lose weight and those that are trying to gain muscle, or retention of their muscle, like get tightness and everything like that. So yeah, we have a formula for that too, because it's an exercise routine, it's a stretch routine that goes along with the 90-day water fast, because you have to stretch your muscles, so more or less your muscles can get the vitality from the water. All right. So that's important too. All right. Another thing is about this 90-day water fast situation is this, right? It's that, okay, after you, far as eating your meals, like I said, shout out to Sister Jasmine. I don't know how many pounds she lost last year. She got it tight. She chubby. She chubby is all outdoors right now. Shout out to our president, Sister Jasmine Shamel, she who embodies the spirit of melanin. Shout out to Maria. Hello, I see you in here. Peace, Queen. All right, but yo, I don't know how many pounds she lost last year. She was going hard. Make sure you have a before and after picture too. Okay, I'm gonna say that for real. Like, it ain't no use to doing this if you don't have a before and after picture. Like, for real. Like, we want to see the beauty. You want to see the booty. I mean the booty. Whoa. I ain't mean to say that. But the beauty in yourself. But you might want to see your booty too. You might want to see your booty get right. I don't know. I don't know what you trying to do with it. But it is what it is. She lost 20 pounds. All right, that's cool. That's what's up. I really got, really, for real, I was taking so many pictures after the 90-day water fast. I was taking so many pictures because my skin was so flawless. It was so flawless after the 90-day water fast. Real talk. Now, You can do what you want to do. It's up to you. Now, all right. After now, you can eat up to 5 meals a day. Depends on what you're trying to do. Like I said. Now, after eating these 5 meals a day, or the last meal, remember you eating about 2 hours before you go to bed, and you are eating a non-processed meal. Now, remember you have to drink a gallon and a half, at least a gallon and a half of water a day. So you say, really, Lamel? We had, oh yes, you have to drink at least about a gallon and a half of water a day. All right, so leave room. I don't know. Leave room. Hold on, I'll put on this real quick, y'all. I got y'all. Leave room. Leave room. That's all I gotta say. So, you're about to go to bed, right? Before you go to bed, you know, you don't want to eat something that's going to wrestle with your spirit or with your mind. So what you do is you eat something that's going to agree with your spirit and your mind, because you are cooking it. You are the cooker. You are baking this with your body. You know, the temperature that your body sits at, it sits at a temperature at a rate to cook something. All right, it's the same rate that you can utilize to cook something. All right, so do a slow stew, a slow stew. So I want you to pay attention to that. So in essence, to what you are eating a non-processed meal. You're eating something, like I said, that you're not going to wrestle with. All right, you're going to digest it very quick. All right. Um. Also, you can eat raw fish. People say we're introducing that this year too. That's a non-processed meal. I eat raw fish. I love raw fish. I'm glad we introduced that rule this year. For real. Look. I love eating raw fish. So yeah, he said 98.6 constant. She's a nurse. She knows what it is. Thank you. But no, you can't eat sushi like that because you can't eat the rice. You can't eat rice. Rice is cooked. So you can eat raw fish and lettuce. That's hot. That's a good meal. That's a good joint to finish it off with. But you don't eat that every day like that. But I'm just saying, you can do stuff like that if you want. I'm just saying, get yourself ready, man. Get yourself ready to become a new being. It's time. It's literally time. Is it not? You want to play a game with who? Who you playing a game with? You're not playing a game with me. You playing a game with yourself, honey. But the hottest thing in this situation is that you got a support group. Imagine that. You got a support group. You're going to, like last year, we had like 147 people. Now, if we can get like 300-400 people to do this year, imagine if you got 300 or 400 people like supporting you, like, yo, baby, hold on. And you like, oh man, I want that cake. I just want that piece of cake. I just want that bean pie right now. I don't know what you interested in, but you know, it is what it is. But in essence, you gotta say, whoa, what I'm gonna do. And you're not cheating nobody but yourself. And I would say, do not cheat yourself. Do not, you know, nobody likes a cheater, right? So don't cheat on yourself. In essence. Now, shout out to the Purple Heart Squad. Imagine if you had all these people supporting you and you moving through the moment becoming better. You know what I'm saying? Becoming a greater being. That's hot. That's the hottest thing that you can get from this. You know, I look at it like this. We building culture, ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empresses. We building culture, man. All right? So today so happens to be the last day of the month. All right? Because today is 7/28/6 in the codex. Well, when you wake up, it's going to be 7/20. It's 1/11 right now, so it's 1/31. But you already know as far as the time. But it's 7/28/6 in the codex. Like, this is important. What we doing is very important, man. I tell y'all people time and time again. Look, They gonna remember Jay-Z. They gonna remember Beyonce and all these people because they set themselves to be remembered. What about you? Are you setting yourself to be remembered? In the demographic of society that you live in today, are you setting yourself to be remembered? All right, so that's a part of what we doing. Today is the last day of the month. Today is 7/28/6 in the Codex. Catch up, catch up, catch up. Keep track of the calendar, y'all. It's important. Don't just be rock like. Please, man, study these lessons, man. If you ain't studying these lessons, what are we doing? I mean, keep it real. And the first thing to study is the calendar. That's the first thing I tell people to study is the calendar because you are somewhere in it. You are somewhere in the calendar. So I say study the calendar. That's the best thing. That's literally the best thing to know right now. It's the calendar. So as we moving through the mainframe, you'll know when these alignments happen, when these alignments of power happen with these numbers, man. Because the numbers connect up with the celestial bodies, man. Always. They always connect up in some sort of way. And men and women lie, but numbers don't lie. Facts. So today's 7/28/6 in the Codex. All right? Tuesday will be the first of the month. All right? Tuesday will be the first of the month. Okay? So that's cool. And then it will be 8/17. It will be 8/17 in the Codex. You got to know how to move the calendar too. That's another important thing that I tell y'all, man, about moving this calendar. About moving the calendar, man. Like, yeah, you got to know how to move that calendar. If you don't know how to move that calendar, then what are we doing, y'all? Then what are we doing? We are the ancient artifacts that they're going to uncover 1,000, 2,000, Andre, 3,000 years from now. And I say it over and over again because I want y'all to get that. I really want y'all to get that in y'all head for a reason. I really want you to get it in your head for a reason. Why not? Like, stop wrestling and stop playing a game with what we doing. It's either you going to do it or you not going to do it. That's just for real. Like, it ain't about Lamel. I tell you, it ain't about Lamel, but it is about Lamel and Lamel. It's about Lamel and Lamel because we live in an age of what we call information, and within this age of what we call information, that's all it is. It's the male and female Messiah, the body of the Messiah, and that's what we operate and navigate from, the body of the Messiah. And as you see, it's literally a network that's alive. It's a network that's alive. That's why I want y'all to see it like that. If y'all begin to see it as a network that's alive, a heart that's beating within yourself, you'll become something with it. You'll become greater with it. It should be more teachers. You know, I tell people I'm sharing this information with y'all, but it should be a lot of y'all teaching this information by now. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it one quadrillion. Look, I'm going to keep it 1 quadrillion. If it doesn't matter if it's man, woman, or child, one of y'all need to be teaching this information. You know what's so interesting? Far as I was talking to Sister Dominique's daughter, right? I think she know more than a couple adults. Real talk. I'm gonna keep it real. She was throwing up the MeWe hand, able to count in the MeWe hand and understand. Think about it like this: like, you'll learn rhythm of multiplication through the MeWe hand alone. Think about that. We need to teach it to the children. Far as Sister Chocolate, her son Marlon. Look at this. That's deep. That, you know what's so deep? That how the kids are starting to be attracted to this information. You know how this is becoming something that's epic. And we watching it unravel before our eyes. That's the greatness that I tell you we have right now. And that's why we have to be committed to certain things. We have to be willing to transform like the butterfly, like the caterpillar into the butterfly. We got to be willing to do those things. I'm dead serious. Like the first thing, like, listen, just breaking down, and then, this ending what I was talking about with the 90-day water fast. Look, with the 90-day water fast, the last thing you eat is a non-processed meal. All right, you know that. Go to sleep, wake up, do it over and over again. All right, but I'm gonna go back to what I'm telling y'all with this Messiah stuff and how this stuff flows. You know, we move forward from many things. You know what I'm saying? And you saw this stuff grow. But hopefully you was growing also, and you was learning the lessons. I introduced you to shell. I introduced you to shell. And that was the thing, that was the hand that I gave you with shell. And the shell was the miwi hand. Alright? Which represents the female and the male genitalia all on both hands. On one hand. That's why it's the miwi. Alright, male and female, both on one hand. Lamel and Lamel, both on one hand. But it got deeper because when I introduced you to Cal and Sale, I told you Cal and Sale don't operate like this. When you throw up the west side or the west coast, the west side, people say, nah, it's not like that. But in essence, this is the symbol of Cal and Sale. Alright, so Cal and Sale is really, one is free and one is not. One is not free, or if you want to consider it like that. One is seeing for the other one. One is stationary while the other one is moving remotely. That's why this hand symbol is like that. All right, so this is different than the miwi hand, but this represents the owl because the miwi hand represents the turtle, which is the shell and male, and the counterpart of shell is male. All right, so you get that. Because sh represents the shell, and then you got male represents the male, the masculinity. All right, even though male goes back to the female because male means essentially darkness or melanin. All right, the black dot, male. All right, but it connects up. It really connects up when you put all this stuff together. You want to say, really? Yeah, we got our own culture. No, it just really unraveled in this day and time. It's like, how great is it to be part of divine revelation? How great is it to be literally part of divine revelation? That's what blows my mind every time I think about this stuff. I said, man, godly, and I'm just a regular person, just like you. But when the universe bestowed this stuff upon me, and when it shared a file, it literally shared a file with me. It shared a file, and I downloaded that file, and I shared it with y'all. All right, so now you know what the codex is. The codex represents the tree. That's the tree of life. That's what we come from. The tree, the essence is the roots or the route that we travel to get back home. And home is khum. That's home. When we say home, we say khum. We don't really say home. The word for home is khum, which means come home. Anytime you say the word khum, that's what we mean as home. But khum is the stomp of your feet. It's the stomp of your feet. So anytime you say khum, you stomp your feet. Every time you say that, you can say it right now. Wherever you at right now, make the neighbors feel you. They say, really, Lamel? Yeah, I mean that. Cool. It's 121. It's 121 or it's 120 right now. I'm giving y'all 120. 120, the same thing y'all was given in Genesis chapter 6. 120. All right? But that's Mumin. That's Muminun, the faith. That's 120. If you look in the body of the Messiah, yeah, it guards the biceps because the biceps lift something. And that's why they always try to attack you and not have you working and holding God's word in your hand. Because I'm going to tell you this. If you was holding God's word in your hand, look, imagine if you holding God's word in your hand, you working on your biceps. They trying to make you pick up everything else so you don't have no muscle in your biceps. That's where Samson's strength came from. Because when you picking up God's word, you lifting God's word, it becomes a calisthenic. Imagine if you keep on lifting a heavy book that's really heavy on your mind, not just heavy how it is, but it's heavy on your mind too. You just keep on lifting a heavy book. And every time you lift that heavy book and you holding it, you up there working on your faith. That's the 120. So, boom, right now. Come home. It's 121. But for real, that's what it was all about. That's what it was truly all about when it came down to the essence of what this body of the Messiah represents. It connects up with so many things, man, and it's just growing. Yo, you gotta make it grow also. Y'all gotta be like this. Boom. Y'all gotta teach a lesson on the body by just looking at it. By just looking at it and saying, yo, share some information. Share something with me. And then you retract that information. And as you pull that information out, it starts to do something to you. It becomes who you are. Because it's like water. It takes the shape of your vessel. Alright? It operates almost like a symbiote also too. But that's the power of this. That's the power of the energy of what we have here. And that's the power of what you can tap into. Imagine that. Imagine a force that's so great within yourself. All you have to do is just open the door. If you're willing to open the door, you know, in essence, I brought y'all to the number 3 as all 3 in 1, but that just cracks the door to move you to the 141. And as you come into the 141, you realizing something else. That we are for the oneness. We are the ones that are for the oneness. Alright? So we operating and navigating from one body of the Messiah. That's why this 31 turns into 14. To 14. Yeah, the 14 body parts or the 14 months. Yeah, the 14 months. Every time, every month essentially represents a mode or operation of the body of the Messiah. So today so happens to be 728-6 in the Codex. So if today's 728-6 in the Codex, all right, you think about it as the last day. Y'all know what y'all got to do for the first of the month. For all the women, you know what you got to do in the first of the month as part of the tribe. If you don't know, I'm going to tell you. All right? Every first of the month, if you part of this tribe, you don't have to be part of our tribe. But if you are part of our tribe, you actually give your urine, to the earth. The first of the month. When you wake up from your dream state, the first dream state you wake up from, you actually save your urine and you give it to the earth. You don't give it to the computer. Because they utilize your urine to make so much shit. They utilize your defecation to make so much shit. I don't mean to say it like that, but they utilize everything to literally, I would consider, like your waste, your biological waste. They actually utilize your biological waste to do something with it. All right. So to create energy and also, fertilizer and other things, and other biological material such as the placenta. They've been utilizing our biological waste for so many things. All right, but I'm telling y'all, as being a part of the body of the Messiah, the first of the month, you give your urine to the earth. You give it to a tree. You give back, and then also when you come to that tree. Now, it depends. Now, for you women, I don't know how y'all going to do it. Y'all can save it however y'all figure it out. You know what I'm saying? For you men, you already know how you going to do it. Because you live in different places. Y'all live in different places. Y'all figure out how to connect with the ritual. But also, when you come to the tree, you pick from the tree. And when you pick from the tree, you eat the tree. Because you give into the tree, it's give and take. It's give and take. You take it from the tree and you give into the tree. So that's the ritual that you commit yourself to every first of the month. So Tuesday would be the first of the month. Tuesday would be first of the month. Peace to everybody. I'm going to broadcast to 1:31 a.m. and then I'm going to check out. But I'm happy to be a part of everybody as you are a part of me and me as we. We got so many things to do, man, in general, man. We got so many things to do in general. I want y'all to tune in. I want y'all to really master this book. Master certain aspects of this book, especially when I break down the magic square and stuff like that, what this represents, how all these numbers add up to 111, to 111, which is a master number. 131. All right, so you got God's Son, which is 131, and then you got God's Son, which is 666 or 777. But in this instance, it's 666 because this is how it came down in the magic square of the sun. I'm breaking this part of this book down. I'm going to break this down for a minute, real quick. If you look at this part of the book, right, when I break down the magic square of the sun, you'll see that all the numbers add up to 111. All right, so with these numbers adding up, you can see your phone. If you do your phone like this, you can probably see it clearer. All right. With these numbers adding up to 111, right? 111, you'll see that in essence they represent something. All right? It's 6 columns. All right? It's 6 columns in this square, in this magic square. Now, this would actually be what is considered to be like the hexagram. All right? That's what the sun would be symbolic of, like a mogan or a shield. All right? Like same thing almost like in Psalms 84:11. Same thing. But in this essence, the magic square of the sun is 6 columns. All right? As in like the 6-pointed star, all right, representing the sex of man, because the man is the sun. The man is the sun, as the woman is Jupiter. All right, y'all know that. I broke that down before. The woman is the center of our solar system. She is Jupiter. The magneto stronger than that of the sun, but the sun gets the attention, like the man gets the attention in essence of certain things, for the energy that comes from it. But yeah, you got the sun represent masculinity because the 6 points of the man. That's why this if you look at that, the what's the name, far as the body in the body of this, right? You'll see that it's literally 6 points in that, and it's square, it represents 6 columns. So the master number to make it 131 is 666 because you got 6 times 6 columns. All right, and then you got 111. All right, that's 111, which is another 131, as well as 666 is 131. All right, and then you got like I said, because sometimes they call this in essence, if you look at it as far as the numbers, the columns is concerned, you see 6 columns, 6 ups, 6 down, and all that. All right, but this is breaking the realm of reality because I showed y'all this before with the magic square of Saturn. This is before y'all got to this one. Y'all had to go through the magic square of Saturn, which looks like literally a phone number that you dial. I'll try to pull that up for y'all. See if it'll let me do that. Let me see. See if I can do it. I'm gonna see if I can find the magic square of Saturn for y'all. And I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Magic square of Saturn. See if I can do this. See if I can find the magic square of Saturn. I'm gonna show y'all something. And I want y'all to pay attention to this with the magic square of Saturn. This is before you can get to the sun. Alright? Saturn is chronology. It represents chronos. But the magic square of Saturn looks like this, y'all. It literally looks like a phone. It looks like a phone that you dial, like a phone, like the phone numbers, like on your phone. You see it? You got the 5 in the middle. This is how you balance it. You balance this number, it equals 15. All these numbers equal 15. See if it got a big picture of that. See if it'll show me a big picture of that. Yo, for real. Like, if you notice, that's why I said, man, pay attention. This is all witchcraft. In essence, it's 131 I am right now. I always get deep. Every time I say something, I be wanting to get off. I go real deep on some stuff. But I wanted to show y'all that, man. No, I don't want to go to this dude's website. I just really wanted that. I really wanted the big image of this what's the name of Saturn, man. This is ridiculous. Now, this is why I tell y'all, it's like in the Matrix, right? That's why I broke the Matrix down to y'all in so many ways. This is how I broke the Matrix down to y'all. I said, the first thing I started from, I talked about Jupiter, right? I gave y'all the magic square of Jupiter, which is 34. That's the number equals 34. But I had to give y'all first, before Jupiter, the magic square of Saturn. Because Saturn is Lord of the Rings, or chronology. Because Saturn, in essence, goes around the zodiac in 29.9 years, 29.5 years. And it's relative to that of the moon, which goes around the earth in 29.5 days. All right. So that's why Saturn and the moon is connected up, because Saturn is Lord of the Rings, or the Lord of the Moons, because Saturn has the most moons in our solar system. So it's connected to every moon in our solar system. Like, it literally controls it spiritually, like, kind of. That's the only way I can explain it. That's why Saturn is relative to its pattern around the zodiac. It's relative to that of the moon, which goes around the earth, which is almost like, I'm just saying, it's the same thing. It connects up 29.5 years versus 29.5 days. All right? So now, y'all get what I'm talking about. So the moon, you had to utilize the Saturn, because measure comes from moon, and all those words connect up. Moon. So now Saturn would connect up with that, because Saturn represents chronology, which represents the measured time in some form of way. All right, chronos, or chronology. All right. Now, not in a Greek sense of chronology, but Saturn represents chronology in the essence, the energy of what it is. All right, it's all right. That far as the essence. Now, moving on from Saturn, I'm telling y'all, connecting up with the numbers of Saturn as the designation, as the sixth designation, Saturn, it connects up because this magic square of Saturn equals 6, because it adds up to be 15. And 15, if you see the numbers balance right here, you see the numbers balance right there. Yeah, all them numbers equal 15. Any way you put that square, the numbers equal 15. So that's what you got to pay attention to. You got to pay attention to that. The fact that, yeah, all right, so you got the 5 in the middle, because the 5 represents the hips. And I showed y'all in the hips of the body of the Messiah that whether 5 represent the female hips or 5 times 5 representing the male hips, either way, you knew it was connected with coming into birth or reality through the hippopotamus, or through the hips, which is the center. It's like serious, man. This is easy. This is easy Messiah Code 101. Like, and this is utilizing the book. Just understanding the books. All right? Pay attention. So now you got Chronos, or chronology, Saturn. Now, boom. Now you dialing up something. You dialing up a phone number to come into this reality. It's like symbolic, the same way. You dialing up a phone number to come into this reality by utilizing this means, by Saturn. All right? You utilizing this means. Boom. Now, boom. If you look at it, you whatever number you dial, you can dial anybody's phone number. You say, well, where's the zero? It ain't no zero in there. That's just it. It has no designation. It has no designation. All right, but that's how you do it. Boom, 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 boom. It's everything from 1 through 9. Zero is the hidden principle that falls behind this stuff. All right, which is the ring of Saturn. Yo, man, it's so ill. It's just like so real. So now, what you realize is this. That's why I took y'all. I took y'all to back to this. I took y'all back to that. My fault. I took y'all. No, I don't got it on the screen no more. Here it is, right here, I think. Yeah, there it is. Booyah. That's why I took y'all there. Because after you go to Saturn, right, you connected with Saturn and Jupiter. Because I said, look, in ways these are connected. These are connected, Saturn and Jupiter. I gave you Saturn and I gave you the balance of Jupiter. All right, because Jupiter equals the 7. Some of us come in on the 7 and the 6. Different, it's different principles in essence, but they're all connected as far as the celestial bodies of manifestation. Okay, because each celestial body has a magic square associated with it. All right, so as coming through Jupiter, now that's I'm just saying from some of us coming through Jupiter as a planet. All right. If you look at the magneto of Jupiter, like I said, it's stronger than anything, and it as far as in our solar system, and it spins on its axis faster than anything. And then I showed people Jupiter. I said I slowed down the rotation of Jupiter. I slowed down the rotation of Jupiter. I'm going to do that again on another discussion where I slow down the rotation of Jupiter, and that you'll see that Jupiter is really a square. It's really a cube. Jupiter is really a cube that's spinning. It's not really a circle or orb that's spinning. It's really a cube. I broke that down. I did that on one video. I'm going to do it on another video. All right? And I'm going to show y'all some stuff with Jupiter, how special Jupiter is. How Jupiter is really actually a cube that's spinning. It's not really a orb. The magneto of it is just, that's, if you look, yo, it's crazy. And it looks like the magic square that I give y'all for as the 4 magic squares. It looks just like it. It looks just like it. The same thing. But yeah, dialing up the frequency to come into reality, this is what we did. Now, you want to say, how does this connect up, Lamel? Well, in the zodiac, don't all of y'all have a planet associated with your zodiac sign? I just want to know. You'll say, really? Yeah, duh. It's the coordinates. It's how you coordinate it into this reality. You want to say, really? Yeah. Think about this. If your spirit was to land on this planet in a certain place in a certain body, it would have to coordinate with certain planets and certain constellations in order to triangulate itself into this reality. Am I right or wrong? So if you think about it, yeah, it had to channel through Jupiter or Saturn or Venus. Some of y'all channel through these means. I don't know. Some of y'all channel through Uranus, and some of y'all channel through other planets. That's how y'all came into this reality. But it's a magical square that's associated with it that unlocks it. And that's how I said, that's why I said, you as a spirit being, you triangulated yourself into this reality through the means of the constellations and the stars and the planets. That's why they are associated with your zodiac sign. Am I right or wrong? Now, hopefully, you know the planet that's associated with your zodiac sign. All right? But we are in the age of what we call information. And I told people we coming out of 12, which is Pisces, the 12th house. You graduated from 12th grade. You know what you in? Right now, you in 13th. You in the 13th house right now, which is the age of what we call information. So now I'm giving y'all the system which makes it run. I'm giving y'all a system literally that makes it unravel, a system that makes it move, the energy that makes it flow. I'm giving that to y'all. I'm giving that to y'all. And you say, really? Yeah. Yeah. Because when when the elders gave this to me, that was so deep. When the elders gave this stuff to me, it was an experience. It was an experience. I tell people that literally God is an experience. All these symbols are a collective of something. You can tap into whatever it is. But I tell you, this is an artifact. This is a relic. Even though we are living in the now, this is literally, this body right here is a relic. It's a relic. Imagine if you, like, I broke this down with the invention of quantum computers. I told y'all, I talked about how quantum computers, right? If you think about quantum computers, how they utilizing quantum computers to create an alternate timeline. And that alternate timeline is a timeline that we living in right now. For real. You want to say, for real, Lamel? Yes. I'm dead serious. They can figure out probabilities, like different probabilities, if a person go down this street, or if a person do this, a person do that. That's what these quantum computers are doing. That's why they trying to have a consensus of everybody in the world. And the best way, or easiest way to do it is voluntarily. And y'all have did it, or we all have did it through social media. Voluntarily we have connected with this, but they are using computers to tap into a reality, you know what I'm saying? Like literally tap into it, and then change the timeline to whatever that they trying to do, whatever they're trying to accomplish. And that's why I tell people, I said, man, pay attention. Because if you connected with this dot right here, if you connected with that dot, the way things, the way where we connected with this dot, because the dot is the thoughts, but the dot is the center of all things. But that's where everything, it revolves around. That's where everything comes from. The quote, the dot, the clock. All right, in essence, the same thing. If you connected with that dot, you're going to be bestowed that energy that comes from the stars, or whatever you consider to be life itself. I told people this when I broke down the matrix itself. I said that if you look at the matrix of life, you'll see that in the Quran, this is the 86th chapter of the Quran. It talks about I think no, it's that, yeah, it's the 86th chapter. If I'm not, if I got it wrong, just let me know. Where they talk about Ilion and Sijin, how they say it's a place, where literally certain things are kept, certain records are kept. Now these records are records that spin, like literally that spin, records that spin, they move, they spin, they rotate. But that's the same thing in your mind, how you got records, or you record, or chord, go back to the chord, the rope of Allah. That chord, you record the chord. And the chords are also music that you play too. Alright, a chord. But as you record, or as the records, as we talk about in the Quran, they have a records for Sajin, and they have a record for Ilion. And the Ilion is the place where literally say the good deeds are kept, and then Sajin is where the bad deeds are kept. But literally, this is not where they're kept. It's where these things are projected. It's just like where these are broadcasted from. I told people, I said, you're broadcasted from two different stations at once. Now they say that, how is that possible? Imagine if you broadcasting from two different stations at once, Sijin and Ilion. So Sijin and Ilion, it's not really what you think is in good and bad. It's just the balance of reality. So in order to broadcast within this network, or within this mainframe, you have to broadcast at two stations simultaneously. Thus, you have what is considered to be a subatomic computer, or a quantum computer. That's why I said we are in a computer, y'all. We are in a literal artificial simulated reality. This is verisimilitudeism versus realism. I'm telling you. I'm telling you the truth on that. Y'all gotta really get me when I say that. You really gotta get me when I say that, y'all. And that's how deep the rabbit hole gets. That's how real deep the rabbit hole gets. But we not following the rabbit. We following the turtle, man. We really following the turtle. On this in this situation, we following the turtle. Shout out to Sister Akshita Vita. She's still the general to me. I really appreciate you, sister. Thank you for being committed to the movement. Thank you for everybody committed to the 90-day water fast this year. I love y'all, man. But this is real, man. It's important. It's important to do what you got to do in this. It's important to do what you got to do in this, yo. Only thing I can tell you. If you don't do it, it's still going to live on, man. Somebody going to pick this up. Imagine the Dead Sea Scrolls and all them scrolls, man. People wasn't really into Christianity and all that stuff like that back in the day. It was something that they had to spread. It was something that they gravitated towards, and it became something and I'm just saying, just an example, just as far as Islam too. Like a lot far as the Quran, and the Quran been around for a while, but far as like different, you know, ayats and different surahs, they're finding different Qurans that are more ancient than the ones that they have been found. All right, so you know, in essence, imagine in far as in going back to the hieroglyphics. Let's go back to the hieroglyphics, the Medu Neter and Kemet. You think about it, like and then you might say the Arishi or the Yoruba, but that all goes back to ancient Egypt. They'll tell you that too. They'll tell you all of them go back to ancient Egypt. You know what I'm saying? But if you think about it, it's like imagine that back in that time. It was an information that spread, but it was literally I would say it was a birth period for that too, because and also in ancient Egypt you got different cosmologies, far as in Memphis, Luxor, and Memphis, Luxor, and Heliopolis. You got different cos, cosmologies. So in essence, it was a birthplace for everything, far as how people gravitated towards spirituality. Now I'm telling y'all, far as in reference to this body of the Messiah, this was an energy, man, that's right here broadcasting. When I say it's broadcasting, I mean literally it's broadcasting. Because the men and women lie, but numbers don't lie. Everybody is born between 1 and 31. All these pieces are 1 and 31. 14 months. It's 14 months. Those are the 14 pieces of a sorrow, or a sorrow, which is basically a surah. The same thing, 114 chapters in the surah in the Quran, 114 surahs, and 14 times 14 in lunar math so happens to be for 114. So that's why it's many things to connect this. That's why I say, please, please study it. Study it. And if you begin to articulate it and teach it, you'll know it. It'll come to you. The Messiah will come to you. Look, the Messiah is everywhere, man. You know how deep this is? The Messiah is everywhere. Everywhere. When you see these numbers, that's the Messiah saying, there I go. And then not only that, it's your ancestors or different people from the other side broadcasting. Sometimes when I'm astral projecting, what people consider to be astral projecting, or when I'm sending out energy, it resonates as numbers. It resonates as numbers in your life. You say, Lamel, I seen such and such number. You seen me. Because it was my thought of you in protection, or doing my best to help you, and I'm not there at the moment. So the only thing I can do is send out a psychic wave to protect you and to keep you safe, or to bless you in a situation. That's the only thing I can do. So you see the numbers pop up where you at and say, there they go. There they go. And that's me. or that's one of your uncles, or that's one of your aunts, or that's your mama, that's your grandmother, that's your this somebody that loves you, man. And the only way they can talk to you from the other side is dial up the frequency or the numbers, but they want you to pay attention and say, yo, look, because it's real. Imagine in the Matrix, like I'm telling you, like you can't really. That's what I discovered too. Like nobody can really tell people what the Matrix is. You just have to know it, and at the moment you know it, you'll be able to move with it. And nobody can tell you to believe some shit. You'll be able to figure it out yourself. You'll be like, okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. I grip it. Yes, I got it. And you'll see the numbers and you'll see everything unfolding in you. It's up to you to teach this. If you don't know how to read and write by now in the language, you should be knowing how to read and write in the language. That's important too. Along with knowing the months and how to operate in the calendar. That's what I'm telling y'all. Everybody should know how to utilize the calendar. Everybody should know how to write. These are the first things that you should learn if you want to know anything from me. Before I talk about anything, let's talk about you knowing how to read and write. You should know how to do all the hand signs. You should know how to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You should know how to do those numbers just very easy by now. By now. You should know how to write these things by now. And if you don't know, start the move. Start the move. Because you deprogramming and reprogramming yourself. You deprogramming yourself, but reprogramming yourself. Literally. Because you've been placed, a spell has been placed on you through the spelling of words. And imagine if you can break the spell through another spell. Literally, because this is not a spell. It's a program. You're spelling words in another way. You rewriting the script. Real talk. And all these letters have geometrical shapes to them that connect with life. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine culture. Imagine to be remembered as a great one. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand. You're not, like, what makes you great in life itself is the ability to be revered. I'm gonna keep it real. It's to be revered. That's what makes you great. That's what makes you a great being. You say, really? Look, if you've forgotten, that's next to obscurity. So, the idea is to be remembered here. You got to connect yourself with this body of the Messiah. We're going to have a chronology of people, all the great ones that came along. And it's going to be the resurrection of the great ones. I'm telling you, they're going to figure out how to resurrect our spirit beings because the numbers are going to line up. The numbers are going to line up. And as the numbers are lined up, you can actually channel and utilize the frequency to line yourself up and tweak through the airwaves and manifest in any reality. In any reality. I'm telling you, that's what it's all about. Once you know your frequency. You know what I'm saying? If you know your frequency, you know who your you know what your birth date is, your log date. Your log date actually represents the frequency or part of the realm of thought of what made you manifest here. Think about it like this, right? I'm gonna say this, like my birthday and time, my birthday, I'm gonna say this just for instance. Like my birthday is in Aquarius, right? All right. Now, it takes tourists to conceive and tourists to make an Aquarius. Now, my time of birth is in the realm of Taurus. My time of birth is in the realm of Taurus. You say, really? Yeah, if I did the zodiac sign, if I did 5:16 p.m., right? It's Taurus. I mean, just saying time, just taking the time. 5:16. It's Taurus. And then I'm manifested as Aquarius. So it's like, think about it. 131, you already know. January 31st. But in essence, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's like, it's all types of stuff like this that you can pay attention to. And you'll see that, oh, yeah. He not lying. Because if you knew how to tweak the numbers, you'll knew how to come into this reality. You know how to come into this reality, period. So every zodiac sign has a conceptual zodiac sign that's connected with it. And the reason why Taurus is connected with Aquarius, and we are in Aquarian age in this day and time, because Taurus actually represents the word, or Pataros. Pataros. Ta is the word, and then Ros is the head, the Rostafarian, like the Rosh, the Rostafarian, like your head. That's the Ros. That's the mind. All right, but it's coming from the what? It's coming from the mind. Boom, pouring forth from the mind. All right, and that's in the age of what we call Aquarius. All right, which we say information. We don't really say Aquarius. All right. Yeah, we say information. So if you just think about what we have as a family and as a tribe, I love the 90-day water fast every year when this comes around, because that's when really people come back home. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of people that are stragglers in the movement, a lot of y'all come back home. It's cool. I'm cool with it. It's stragglers in the church. It's stragglers in every spirituality. I don't have no problem with it. But a lot of y'all come back home. So yeah, home. You already know. Home means home. That's the place that we call home. That means come home. It's like a place that you come to. It's not just home. See, I'm going to tell y'all what kum means real quick. Kum is like when lightning strikes your mind, and the expression of it is thunder, and that's why you stomp your feet when you say kum. Kum. You stomp your feet. But kum, and it's like the expression of thunder. Kum. Because the lightning is light when God strikes your mind. Lightning. All right. But home actually means home, but it's like a place that, home is where your heart is, but home means like come home too. It doesn't just mean like home. It means like come home, like in the movement of coming home. Like, that's the only way I can explain this. Now, imagine if somebody 2,000, 3,000 years from now trying to explain kum, and they're not in this day and time to understand what we are talking about when I'm saying this to you right now. What I'm saying to you so you can affectionately connect to what I'm talking about. That kum means like a place that you come towards, but it means a place where your heart rests at, but it's home. It represents like a love, like where you comfortable, where you good, where you don't have to worry about shit. You know what I'm saying? Where you just let it flow. You just let it flow. Like, think about that. Think about it. As in kum. So we say hum, Khum. You really don't put the U in there, but the only U you put in there is you in general. You put you, Khum. That's the only real you that you put in there is you in general. You. But I'm saying kum, kum, with no vowels. But like I said, if you put a vowel in there, you putting you in there. And you are the vowel. Literally. So it's home, as in come home. Come home. Come home. Is it not time? Is it not time to come home? If you think about it, is it not time to come home? Since we coming home, coom, coom, coom. So 747 24/7 361 degrees. I got my tea. Sayonara tea to my chai tea. Won't be having none of this during the 90-day water fast. But it's cool. Get it right, get it tight. Get it right, get it tight, y'all. We gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be all right. 90-day water fast, y'all gonna be cleansing. Also, the rise of Atlantis, don't get it twisted. We are having it Saturday, February 29th. All right, I'm keeping it 1,000. We are having it, that event. We are not canceling the rise of Atlantis. It's going to be at a private location. Don't think it's going to be at a commercial venue. We're not having it at a commercial venue. People ask me what is the address of the Rise of Atlantis. Please stop asking me that. If you plan on coming, just be in Atlanta. Real talk. Be in Atlanta. It's at a private location. Look, I need to literally have a mansion for this. Me and Jasmine, we setting up a mansion for y'all where we got a jacuzzi and stuff like that, so I can do the baptisms. Or me and her can do the baptisms. She actually is assisting me for doing the baptisms this year. So yeah, the Rise of Atlantis, be there. Be there and be on your square, y'all. The Rise of Atlantis, be in Atlanta. Look, if you there, we'll give you a ticket. Now, get in contact with Sister Jasmine Thompson. Get in contact with her. You know what she'll do? You gotta write her a letter. You gotta follow the instructions. It's important that you follow the instructions. You good money. I'm telling you, if you do this, so you can create the fidelity bond. All right. What you do is you go get a notarized letter saying I'm coming to the baptism, and for the remission of, to be baptized for the remission of debt of all my debts. Now you can say it however you want to word it, but cleverly speaking, just make it all your debts, that you're coming to be baptized for the remission of all debts, whether they be public, private, spiritual, however you want to call it, because God is the greatest of all planners, and God forgives people. You think God or the universe don't forgive financial debt also? So I really want you to connect it like that, but keep it simple. Everything will be connected within the baptism, the declaration of trust that you will be given, or you will be basically inscribed after you complete or after commission of your baptism, the water baptism and the fire baptism, and your manhood and womanhood challenge. So this real talk, you got to be on that. You got to be on that. Write your letter. Say I'm coming. Get it notarized so we know it's you. Send it by certified mail. Send a certified mail to Jasmine Thompson, our president. All right? So that way you good money. And then you attach these numbers. The certified mail number also, I will say this. Go get a ticket from the mail, from the post office, so you can attach the certified mail number to your to where you getting notarized at. So you can have all those numbers coordinated, because that's going to be connected with your declaration of trust and on your fidelity bond. All right. So what you do is, like I said, after you do that, you come to the dag on Rise of Atlantis and you get baptized, and then you get your thing, and then you start slaying debt. You start raising your credit score and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. We all doing it right now. We all are commencing this right now. That's why it's important for us to do it as a whole. Now, there's many ways to skin the cat, or I don't want to say it like that. Many ways to do this stuff, as in private solutions. Do it your way. But this is the way we doing it as a team and as a family. We have to build up a tribe. We have to have rituals and things that are associated with our nation. If we don't have a nation. Now you can go associate yourself with another nation and go nation build somewhere else. But this is what we doing. I'm going to keep it real. You can decide to be whatever you want to be, a Moor or whatever. The Moors are connected to us as a family, but we are the Walu. We are the Walu, y'all. All right? So we are the progenitors of the future. I'm just saying, the buck starts here and it stops here too. So if you want to know where we came from, we come from here. If you want to know where we going anywhere you want to go, to the stars and beyond. But I want y'all to place yourself within this as a tribe to understand what this is all about. It's not, even though we represent those from the past, yeah, but we are the great ones. We are the great ones. Do I gotta tell y'all people that, man? Like, I wrestle with y'all about that shit all the time, about y'all keep on reaching back. Yeah, we can reach back to ancient Egypt and all these places that y'all reaching back, the Yoruba and all that shit. You can reach back as far as you want. Reach right here, because The help you looking for is at the end of your own arm. And I'm going to say it. Reach right here, man. Reach right here. Reach right here and pull it out. Pull it out and realize how great we are as the progenitors of the new wave of consciousness. All right? The progenitors of the new wave of thought. Period. And if you got a problem with it, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Miss me, man. I really mean that. I truly mean that. I really mean that. So 747 24/7 361 degrees. Thank you for everybody for giving me your time. It's definitely been beautiful. Be prepared for the 90-day water fast. Be ready. 747 24/7 361 degrees. Come home. Cool. Come home. Come home, y'all. Come home.